There. Awesome. So, welcome. Happy New Year, everyone. It is my honor and pleasure to be here with you on this beautiful Sunday morning. Well, maybe not so beautiful, it's a little rainy, but it's beautiful on the inside, right? So, thank you for joining me. My name is Leanne Barber. I am the owner of Two Hearts Dance and Yoga, and we have been having these Sunday donation yoga classes for about 2 years now. They've been going strong, and we select a different charity or organization or individual who could use the donations for every class. So today we are super happy to have the Foundation for Delaware County. That's Delaware County, Pennsylvania, for those who are not as local. But we're so happy to have them today, and we actually have Katie, who's here to just tell us a little bit more about the foundation. And of course, if you are more interested, she will let you know exactly where you can find more information. So let me pin Katie. There we go. Hello, Katie. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy New Year. Who can believe it's January 2022? Thank you for having me, Leanne, and thanks for shining a spotlight on the Foundation for Delaware County. I don't want to take too much time because I know this is all about yoga, but I'm just going to take a minute and let you know what the foundation's doing and how you can follow us. So just really briefly, we're a community foundation. Community foundations are formed around geography, so we serve all of Delaware County, Pennsylvania. And we really partner with others around the county to lead initiatives and programs that address challenges for the county and all of its people. A couple of the things, our main programs are that we invest in nonprofits with funding, with grants, with training, resources. For example, we funded Chest Pen Health Services last year with a free 3-year grant for preventative health services, and Elwyn for their early childhood programs. So we gave out about $2 million last year, and we have an open competitive grant making cycle going on right now. So if you know of a nonprofit that's looking for funding, I'll drop the information into the chat when I'm done, but you can head to our website or have them go to our website and they can apply for funding. Applications are due February 8th, and we encourage anyone serving Delaware County to apply. We also have peer learning circles, training webinars. So we really encourage, if you know of a nonprofit, to head to our website and to reach out to us for more information. And if we're not all already familiar with that nonprofit, we really would love to meet them. We also serve 10,000 women and children a year through our maternal health program. So if you know of any women looking for maternal health services, we operate WIC, Healthy Start, Nurse Family Partnership, and a few other programs. And of course, you can look at those programs on our website. So maternal health is a huge priority for us as well. And we help donors support the causes that are important to them with funds, so they can set up funds for the arts, health, housing, environment, children, and anything really that they would like to support nonprofits now, both now and the future. And of course, like I said, we address community problems, like our support for the new health department, which has a new director who started in January. So they really had their soft launch they're having their soft launch right now. So please help us spread the word. I'm going to drop our information in the chat right now. If you know of a nonprofit or a family that needs maternal health services, or a generous donor that would like to give back, we'd love to meet them. I'm also going to be sharing some resources this week for MLK Day of Service, which is next Monday, the 17th. So follow us on social media at Delco Foundation. There's a lot of nonprofits looking for donations, looking for volunteers. So we spread the word. We'd love for you to help support the nonprofits. And we're just here to be a resource for people in the nonprofit community who also want to support nonprofits. So thank you and have a great yoga class. And I'm going to drop in my information right now.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Katie. We really appreciate you being here. As she mentioned, delcofoundation.org is the best place to find out all the information regarding the foundation and all the lovely things that they do for the community. So we really appreciate that. Also, just to make it easier, you can always send the donations to Two Hearts Dance and Yoga at Gmail through our PayPal, and we will directly send all of those donations to the Foundation for Delaware County, and we're just so happy to have them here today. As mentioned, we have been doing our donation yoga for 2 years now, and I think this is our second time having yoga with the Foundation for Delaware County. So we're super happy to have you guys back for the third time, and please send Frances our well wishes because she usually joins us as well. So we're happy that you guys were able to join today. Thank you.
Absolutely, I will do that.
Awesome. Wonderful. So thanks so much. We will get on into our yoga session here. Thanks for everyone who has joined us. Let me make sure I remove that. There we go. And I know we have a couple others joining us today, but of course this will be shared. The video will be shared. So if you know anyone who wants to be a part of our yoga session, please spread the word. We're back for January. We took a little break in December just to be closer to family and let people spend time with their family. So happy to be back for January here. And this is an all levels class, so make sure that you take it at your own level. There's no need to push yourself or do anything crazy. Just want to tune into our bodies on this Sunday morning and start the week off in the best way. So thanks for joining. If you will come to your mat or cozy space, whatever you have. Hey Michelle, coming on into our spaces here. And take a moment to find comfort however you're seated. So I have a nice cozy pillow or bolster underneath me, but you're more than welcome to grab whatever makes you cozy, a blanket, a pillow, something to keep you nice and elevated, something to make you feel nice and cozy this morning. And as you get into your cozy seat, just take a moment to settle into your space. Of course, if you want to make this more accessible to you in any way, you're more than welcome to grab a chair. You're more than welcome to have your back up against something, whatever feels best for you in this moment. And then gently start to close your eyes or just look down the gaze of the bridge of the nose with a soft gaze. Really just allowing yourself to settle into the moment. And since this is the first class, our first Sunday donation yoga class of the year, want to just give you all a little happy new year and hope that you start the new year off in the best way. Oh. Should we mute that? There we go. And making sure that you are listening to your body, hey? Really giving yourself gratitude for starting your day off, taking care of yourself. A lot of times we are taking care of others or taking care of business or taking care of things outside of ourselves, but really want to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, right? So thank yourself for choosing to do that today. Maybe placing one hand on the heart, the other on the belly. Noticing how you feel in this moment. Knowing that there are no expectations, no reservations, no need to do anything more than what feels best for you. Taking nice deep breaths in through the nose, side out. Nice big inhales and exhales. Really filling up the lungs and then really sighing it out to let things go. Finding the rhythm within your own body. And seeing if you can let any of the tension that you might be holding on to, really allow it to float off of your back. Allow it to roll away from you. Allow any waves of tension to just release themselves off of you. And allowing this moment of silence to be nurturing to your body. Tuning things out so that you can tune in to the internal. Listen to your heartbeat, listen to your breath. Listen to your body. Nice slow start on the Sunday morning. Sometimes slow is necessary to kind of peel back, slow things down, take a moment to find what you need. We'll gently place one hand on the top of your head and really just feel yourself grounding down. So feel the connection between the very crown of your head to the very root of your body, connecting with the earth here. So you really want to connect with the earth. Feel yourself growing taller in between the space here. Feel the spine align in between the space between your crown of your head and your root chakra. Feeling all things align. If it feels good for you, take your hand and gently tilt your head to the right side. Maybe you slightly pull just a little bit to feel that stretch in the neck here. Still staying very aligned through the spine. Continue to root down, but rise up. Inhale to come up nice and tall, gently tilting the opposite direction. Very gentle start today. Inhale to rise up to a nice tall spine. This time bring the chin to the chest, nice and gentle. Feel the stretch behind the neck. And on the inhale, coming up to a nice tall spine. If it feels good for you, gently tilt back the head. Maybe just a little bit. No need to strain the neck here. And then coming up to a nice tall spine. Thank you so much, Katie. We appreciate you being here. Very good. Place both hands on your shoulders. And let your elbows come out to the sides of your room. Really feel the energy opening up the heart here. So see if you can make a little bit more space. So we're not hunching the shoulders forward. We're not, doing too much to open up the chest, but nice and open horizontally here. Good. We're gonna bring the shoulders, we're gonna bring the elbows in toward the shoulders and then rise up. Exhale, release down the back. We'll take that one more time. Nice and gentle, bring the elbows in toward the body. Rise them up. Exhale down the back. Very good. This time we're gonna let our arms come out. Good. Let your palms go forward. Continue to open through the heart here. Feel your energy through your fingertips. Feel the energy through the chest and the arms. Very good. Take a nice deep breath. On the inhale, we're gonna rise our arms all the way up to the sky. Maybe the head and neck come up as well. Exhale, turn the palms down to the earth and grounding down. Nice big inhale, rising up, reaching up. Exhale, bringing everything down to the earth. Maybe you bring your chin toward your chest when you come down. Good, we're gonna take 3 more of these nice big expansive breaths, rising up, reaching up. Exhale, going back to the earth. You can take them on your own pace. We'll take 2 more. And really allow your body to be a part of this movement. Nice big expansive breath. And once more as you rise up, reach up. Good. Coming back down to the earth. From here, we'll take our hands to a clasp at the lower back or grab opposite elbows, your choice. Open up the heart nice and big here. Maybe your gaze goes up to the sky. Nice big open heart as we start a new year. New year with new opportunities, new choices, new relationships, new journeys, new adventures. And really allowing things to be realistic for yourself. So a lot of times we try to set big resolutions or things to that nature. Instead of setting big resolutions, really try to set realistic goals for yourself. Small steps allow you to get to the places that you need to go. So no need to overdo it or feel the need to set anything big, just something small. We'll bring our hands around to the front, give yourself a nice big hug, and really feel the shoulders expanding in the back. Maybe walking the fingertips a little closer to each other as you give yourself this big hug. Good. Exhale, let it go. On the inhale, we'll rise our hands all the way up to the sky and bring everything into heart center. I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. Again, no big resolutions, not here to do that. Just setting a realistic intention for your practice. Maybe something that can happen right here, right now, in this moment on your mat. Or maybe it's something you take off of your mat today as you continue through the month and into the new year. Whatever it is, setting that intention for yourself, take a nice big breath. And on the exhale, release, let it all go. Very good. Very nice. We're gonna bring the feet in front of us. So let the feet come in front of you, knees point up to the sky. Just gonna add a little bit of music to our practice today. And then gently bring the hands back behind you. Fingertips can point to the back of the room or the front, your choice, just behind you. We're gonna let the knees windshield wiper side to side. You can take this on your own pace. Really just opening up the hip flexors in this moment. Very good. Nice and gentle. If it feels good for you, maybe you spend a little bit more time on one side, and then you can lift up the hip, place your weight into your hand, lift up the hip, reach through the side body, your choice. Really choosing movement that is going to nurture your body, right? That's my most favorite thing about yoga, is that we can choose the poses that we want to take, and we can choose our transitions. It's your practice. So find what works for you. We'll take one more on either side. And then we're gonna bring the soles of the feet together, knees come out. We're gonna come into butterfly pose. You can rock side to side. Take a moment here. And remember, your butterfly pose, feet can be in closer or out further, your choice. On the inhale, we're gonna rise our arms up to the sky. We're gonna take a twist to one side. Doesn't matter which side you start with first. But twisting the upper body. Maybe your twist is just a look over the shoulder. Or maybe you look all the way to the back of your room, your choice here. Continue to draw down through the opposite sits bones, so no leaning into that side. Really stay grounded through the sits bones. Spine is nice and tall. Take 2 more breaths here. On the inhale, we're gonna unravel, arms rise up to the sky. We're gonna twist to the opposite side. Remember, find the twist that works for you. It does not have to be more than a look. Or you can twist as much as you want. Continuing to draw down through that opposite sits bone, keeping both sits bones on the earth as you twist here. And breathing nice and deeply, creating clarity through the body in our twist. Beautiful. On the inhale, we're gonna unravel, bring the arms up above you. And then gently bring the hands in front of you. So hands can either come to your feet or just above your feet, your choice. You want to keep your back nice and flat. So make sure that you're not hunching over like this. Back is nice and flat. And then maybe you inch your fingertips out just a little bit. So keeping that same integrity with the back nice and flat. No hunching, no rounding. Nice and flat as you maybe walk the fingertips out. Good. If this feels good, stay here. You can continue to go further if you like. If this feels good, feel free to shake the head yes and no. It's a really good way to release the lower back. So continue breathing all of your exhales into the lower back. We'll take 3 more breaths here, nice and gentle. When you're ready, we're gonna roll up. So walking the hands back, coming back up to a nice tall spine. Very good. We're gonna bring both of our knees back together. We're gonna take one more twist before we get into the rest of our movement here. So bring your right knee in toward your chest. Send your left leg down toward the bottom of your mat. You can flex this bottom foot if that feels good. Option to stay here if you're not in the mood to do another twist. Or option to take this right foot, bring it across your knee. So right foot comes across the left knee. And then you're going to twist toward the knee that's up. So you're going to twist toward the right. Right leg is up, right twist. So find what works for you here in the mariachi's pose. No need to overdo it. You can always stay where you were with the knee in toward the body. We're going to take 2 breaths here. Like I said, a nice slow flow this morning. We're going to come back through the center. Bring both knees up toward the sky again. Maybe give yourself a little bit of a hug. And then keep the left knee in, right leg goes down to the bottom of your mat. Give yourself a squeeze. Option to stay here. Or option to take that left foot, cross it across the right. Left knee is up. We're going to turn toward the left knee. Left knee up, left twist. Breathing here. We're going to take 2 more breaths here. And then coming back through the center, bring both knees in. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. We're going to sweep our feet around to one side. Doesn't matter which side you choose. And we're going to come into tabletop position. So if you have a blanket or a pillow, or you want to fold your mat back to make more cushion underneath your knees, feel free to do that. I always need more cushion underneath my knees here, so I will take that. We're going to bring our hands down to the earth. Really spread your fingertips nice and wide. So it should be right in front of the shoulders. Spread nice and wide. And the hips and the knees in line. We'll take a few cat and cows. On the inhale, gaze and heart shine forward. Drop your belly down for cow. Exhale, look into the belly button, round through the back for cat. Inhale, gaze and heart shine forward. Exhale, round through the back. You can take this on your own pace. Of course, if cat and cow does not feel good today, feel free to maybe shake through the hips, maybe move through the torso. Find what works for you. Looking good. Good, we're just warming up the upper body here. Very nice. We're going to take our right hand, reach it forward, as though we're giving a handshake, straighten and flex into the left leg. Nice and long line. Energy through the fingertips and the back heel. Maybe you rise that back foot. Engage your core and breathe. Most important part is to breathe. We're not holding our breath in these poses. We're letting the breath help the pose. Very good. Option to stay here or option to bend that back leg. Maybe you take the right hand in front, reach back behind. If you're not able to grab that foot, it's okay. Just reaching is the same exact motion. Exhale, we're going to come back down through the center, coming back into tabletop position, shake it out. Let's move on to the other side. Left arm comes out in front of you, right leg comes back behind you. Option to stay here, this is more than enough. Engage your core wherever you are and breathe. Option to rise that back right foot off of the ground. Option to reach the left arm back behind you and bend that right foot back. Your choice. So any of that is more than enough. Find what works for you and breathe. Exhale, we're going to come back down onto the earth. Shake it out. Very good. We're going to take our right leg. I'm just going to turn towards you. Take our right leg out to the right side. And you want to bring your pinky toe down to the earth as much as you can. You want your toes to be facing forward. And then we're going to rock through the hips here. So rocking through the hips, bring that right heel in, and then you're back to squaring the foot off. Good. So heel comes in to rock the hip to the left, and then comes back to a straight foot. Good. So find what works for you here. Wherever you are, we're trying to open up the hip flexors. Nice and gentle. Very good. We're going to take that same right leg and we're going to step it in between the hands in front of us. So right leg steps in between the hands. Option to stay here. Make sure this knee is over the ankle. Nice, good alignment. You can continue to push into this hip flexor. Staying here is more than enough. If you have blocks, that's awesome. Or you can bring your hands to your thigh, your choice. So wherever you are, find what works for you. We're in a nice little half crescent lunge here. Good. Very nice. We're gonna push back into a half split. So push the hips back, flex through the front foot. Hands can come down to the earth or blocks. Maybe you point and flex the foot here. Feel that stretch in the hamstring. Very nice. So we're taking a little bit of extra time than we normally do to really tune into our bodies, to really feel grounded today. Good. We're going to take the hands to the inside of the knee, both hands, and then we're going to sweep that right foot all the way around to the back into tabletop. Shake it out. Very nice. Getting ready for the other side. We're going to take our left leg out to the side. I'm just going to face you so you can see me. Left leg comes out to the side. Hands are down in front. And then toes are the left toes are pointing forward. Then you're going to bring that heel in and then back to facing forward. So just a little bit of a movement here through the hips, through the inner thigh. You should feel that stretch through the inner thigh and through the outside of the right hip. Very good. When you're ready, we're going to sweep that left leg to come in between the hands for your low crescent lunge. Remember, you want knee over the ankle, so if you need to move your foot forward to do that, go ahead and do that. Option to stay here. This is more than enough. Maybe you feel that stretch in the hip flexor on the right leg. Or option to bring the hands up to the thigh, your choice. Find what feels good for you and stick with it. It's all that matters. This is your practice. This is your time for yourself. So honor it. Very good. We're going to flex through that back or through the front foot. Feel that stretch in the hamstring. Maybe you rock on the heel by pointing and flexing the foot. Find what works for you. And then both hands are going to come to the inside of the knee. We're going to sweep that left leg all the way around and back into tabletop position. Shake it out, let it go. Very good. From here, we are going to place all of our weight into our right hand. We're going to open up through the we're going to keep our right knee on the ground. Oh, someone join us. There we go. We're going to keep our right knee on the ground and open up the left hip. Reach the left arm up to the sky, half plank. So option to take this a step further if you so wish to. You can always bring that right leg off of the ground to join the left for a full plank, or you can keep it at half, totally your choice. Either way, you want to open up through the heart, reach the left arm up to the sky, and then let your gaze go up to the sky. Very nice. You should feel nice, big opening through here. Take a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, we're going to come back down through the center, both hands down. You can bring your knees down or stay in a full plank, your choice. Take a nice deep breath wherever you are. We're going to go on to the other side. So if you have your left knee down, right hip is going to open, right arm is going to open. And we're nice and open through the chest. If you want, you can always bring that bottom leg off of the ground. Find what works for you. Very nice. Nice and open through the heart. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, we're gonna come back down through the center. Option to keep your knees down or come through the plank. We're gonna lower so slowly down to the ground. Keep your elbows in toward the body all the way down. Very good. On the inhale, gently coming up to a baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, we're gonna lift and push back to downward facing dog. So our very first downward facing dog of the day. Take your time here. Maybe you walk your dog. Remember, you want to push through the earth. So spread the fingertips, push all the way through the earth. And feel the energy through the shoulders, pushing into the earth. Maybe you shake your head yes and no. Maybe you rock your hips or walk through the feet like I'm doing. Take a few breaths here. On the inhale, we're gonna send our right heel up the back, so let the right heel come up. We're gonna step our right foot in between our hands. Remember, knee is over the ankle here. Option to stay here or option to rise up to your full crescent lunge. So if you're rising up to the full crescent lunge, make sure the knee is still over the ankle. You're engaging your core, relaxing your shoulders. Let me just adjust this. Looking good. Beautiful, Michelle. Beautiful, Lorraine. Very nice. Looking good. We're going to bring our arms out to cactus. We'll take a few side bends here. Make sure you're still on the back ball of your foot. Your hips are square, your core is engaged, and you're finding your balance here. Very nice. Beautiful. Good. On the inhale, we're going to step our back foot, so our back left foot up to the front, coming into mountain pose. Option to stay here or option to sit back into chair pose. If you're sitting into chair pose, feet can be slightly together, big toes touching. And then take a seat, your comfy seat. No need to drop it low or go any lower than you want. Keep the spine nice and long, engage the core, breathe. Beautiful. Take a nice big inhale, we'll rise the arms up, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive down to the earth. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna bring our hands down. We're gonna step our feet back behind us and move into our flow. So option to bring the knees down, or you can come from your plank, coming all the way down to the ground. Take your time here. It's a lot coming from full standing onto the ground, so take your time and let your transitions be what you need. Finding your way to downward facing dog. Take your time in finding your way to downward dog. Take 2 breaths once you're in downward dog. Let it go. On the next inhale, we're going to send our left heel up the back, so let that left heel rise up. We're going to step the left foot in between the hands this time. Remember, find your grounding first. So before you rise, make sure the knee is over the ankle. Find yourself to be stable, and then slowly start to rise up. You always want to start from the ground up. So find yourself to be stable at the bottom. Make sure your feet are in line. Make sure your knees are in line. And then it's going to let everything else come up in a lot more stable place. Very nice. Very good. From here, we're going to bring our arms out to a T. So before you were at cactus, now we're at a T. We're going to let our arms go side, our body go side to side. A little bit of wobble is okay. Very nice. Engaging that core, finding that balance. Very good. We're going to step our back right foot up to meet the left, the top of your mat. Option to stay in mountain pose or option to take a chair pose. Remember, if you're taking chair pose, nice long spine, engage your core, breathe. Gaze is forward. Woohoo! Very nice. On the inhale, we'll rise up, reach up, look up, rising all the way up. Exhale to dive down to the earth. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Option to take your flow here. So if you want to bend the knees, start to take your flow. Lowering down, we're going to find ourselves back into downward dog. Of course, if this doesn't feel good for you, you can always just meet us in downward dog, however you get there. Your transitions are yours. So find what works for you. When you do find your way to downward dog, walk the dog, let it go. Very good. We're going to send our right leg up the back. So send that right leg up. We're going to step the right foot in between the hands again. This time we're going to ground down through that back heel. So spin your back heel down so that your foot is nice and flat. We're going to open up to warrior two right away. So find the transitions that work for you here. If you need to take a little bit more time to get there, that's okay. It's really your practice. Really find what works for you. Front right knee is bent over the ankle. Hips are open to the side. Back leg is nice and stable, put into the ground. Toes are facing the side and the back. And then arms come out nice and open. Look out past your front middle finger. Find that focus. Very good. Beautiful warrior twos. Nice strong warriors going into the new year. We're ready to take on anything. We're ready for new adventures. We're ready for all the opportunities. Here we are. We'll flip that front palm, reach all the way to the back of your room, reverse warrior. Reaching up and back. Really find this energy through the side body. Reaching up. Good. Continue to bend into that front knee. Breathe. Woohoo! Inhale to come up nice and tall, warrior two. Nice and strong. Engage your core. Make sure you're nice and long through the side bodies. We'll flip the back palm, reach to the front or the sky, extended side angle. So we're going toward that front leg, the front right leg. Keep the heart nice and open. Breathe. Very nice. We're elevating, we're floating, we're breathing. We're on the highest ground. We've got this. On the inhale, we're gonna come back up to a nice tall warrior, nice strong warrior. Flip both palms this time. On the inhale, we'll rise through the front knee, arms come above you. Exhale to bend, arms come back to warrior two. Very good. So rising up on the inhale, exhale to bend. Good, inhale as you rise, exhale to bend. Beautiful, we're gonna take two more of these. Really empower your practice by letting your breath be the leader. Beautiful. Very nice. We're gonna reach one more time toward the back, so reverse warrior. Nice, good reach. Exhale to cartwheel the hands down. Option to move through your flow or stepping back to downward dog, your choice. Breathe. Nice deep breaths here. We'll take two more. When you're ready, we're going to send our left heel up the back, so left heel rises. We're going to step that left foot in between the hands. Remember, knees over the ankle, find that foundation, ground down through the back heel. So spin the back heel down. When you're ready, arrive at warrior two. Take your time. I'm just going to flip around so that my back is not facing you. Left knee is over the ankle this time, so we're on the opposite side. Hips are open to the side, arms come out. Look out past your front middle finger. Front knee is still bent. Good. So notice how the opposite side feels. Does it feel better or worse? If it feels worse, how can you make it better? Is it maybe your footing? Is it maybe engaging your core? Is it maybe just breathing into it? So notice how you are on either side. And notice how you can make it more comfortable for you. More engaging, more focused. What is it that you need on this side to make it that? Or maybe it just feels better on this side to you. Whatever it is, breathe. We're gonna flip the front palm, reach all the way to the back of the room, reverse forward. Good. Left knee is in front, knee is over that ankle. You're reaching back behind you, reverse warrior. Nice deep breaths. We're gonna rise back up to warrior two. Nice strong warrior. Remind yourself of how strong you are. You can do this. You can do all things. Give yourself gratitude. Give yourself a pat on the back. We're gonna flip that back palm, reach to the front or the sky, extended side angle. So remember, stay nice and open through the chest here. If you need to place your forearm on your thigh, that's okay. Just don't want to lean your weight onto it. So stay lifted, stay grounded. Breathe. Maybe let your gaze come up a little bit. Very nice. We're gonna rise up, back up to warrior two. Nice strong warrior. Give yourself that gratitude. We're gonna flip both palms. On the inhale, rising up through the front knee, arms come above you. Exhale to bend. Good. Keep breathing on your own pace here, rising on the inhales, back to warrior two on the exhales. I'm slipping and sliding in these socks, so I've got to take them off. Make sure that you find your footing, yeah? So if your socks are making you slip, maybe take them off, or really just find where your feet are most grounded. Spread your toes, push them down into the earth. Adjust your stance if you need to. This practice is fluid, so if you need to adjust throughout, it's okay. Good, we'll take one more breath here, and then coming back to warrior two, nice and strong. We're gonna flip that front palm, reach all the way to the back of the room. Exhale, we're gonna cartwheel the hands down to the earth. Option to take your flow, moving through your chaturanga, or option to move right to downward dog. Find what works for you. We're gonna take 2 big breaths here. And then we're slowly gonna lower our knees all the way down, coming into child's pose. So let your knees come to the ground. Let your knees come a little bit wider, maybe, if that feels better for you. Let the big toes touch at the back of your mat. And then find your child's pose where you need to go. So if just coming to the elbows is where you want to go today, that's fine. If you want to bring your arms all the way out in front of you and bring your head toward the ground, that's good. If having your arms in front of you is too much, bring them back behind you. Maybe give yourself a little bit of a hug here. So wherever you are in your child's pose, make it comfortable. There's no need to try to strain. Child's pose is a place of rejuvenation, of rest, of refreshing. So find where you can create that for yourself. You just did a lot of movement, so take a moment to breathe deeply in your child's pose. Release what you need to release. Gather what you need to gather. We'll take 3 more breaths here in child's pose. When you're ready, we're going to start to bring ourselves back up, and we're going to find ourselves back into a downward facing dog. Take your time in getting there. Let it be slow, let it be easy. And then we're going to walk our feet together to the front of our mat with our hands coming into a forward fold. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here. So coming into your forward fold, I have my knees super bent. So whatever you need. Take a moment to sway it out here. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows. Maybe shaking your head. Allow this to be a fluid, gentle movement. Very good. From here, we're going to slowly roll up. So take your time. Your head should be the very last thing. Make sure you're grounded through your feet before you roll up. And then rolling up one vertebrae at a time on top of a standing spine. We'll take our time in getting there. However much time that you need coming up to standing. We're going to move on into a little bit of balancing here. And it's always good to practice your balancing because it will help in all of your movement that you do, from walking down the street to dancing to running to all the things. So balance is key, yeah? So if you need to find something to hold on to, feel free to do that. If not, I'm sure you can find the balance within. But we're gonna start gentle. Whoop. And we'll start with the tree pose, really spreading your left foot into the ground. So spread your toes, place them back down onto the ground. And then we'll take our kickstand either to the inside of the ankle or up higher, just not on the knee. Also, you don't want to lean into this hip. You want to stay lifted through the hip, lifted through the core, relax through the shoulders. Arms can take a expression of choice, however you want your arms to be. But just finding that balance, finding your focus, and breathing, most importantly. So you could do something like this in your kitchen when you're waiting to heat up your food or cooking. It really just provides that grounding and balance. And your balance changes every day, right? So you could be super balanced today and feel like you could stand here forever, but then tomorrow it might change, right? Our equilibrium changes, things change, your body weight, your distribution. So give yourself some grace. When you're ready, step on down, let it go. So I challenge you in this new year to find time to work on your balance every single day, right? Like I said, it can be when you're standing, making your food, heating up something. It could be when you're, I don't know, waiting at the bus stop, whatever it is. Take a moment every single day to practice your balance. So helpful. So we're gonna we're gonna change feet. Sorry, I can't remember what leg I was on. I think it was the left. Okay, we're on the right now. So really spread your toes nice and wide on that grounding foot. And then remember, your opposite foot can either come to the inside of the ankle or inside of the thigh, wherever you want to go, just not on the knee. And then find your balance. Arms can take a different expression of choice. Maybe you notice that this side is a little more balanced than the other, whatever it is. And I harp on balance now because when I was pregnant, my balance was ever so changing. Now that I'm not pregnant, it's ever so changing all the time as well. So I'm kind of realigning my body to find my new center. So I always encourage people to do that because your center can change, yeah? It can change with anything. As I'm falling off balance today. And then stand down, let it go. Shake it out, very nice. Very good. On the inhale, we're gonna rise our arms all the way up to the sky, reach all the way up. Exhale, dive down to the earth. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna make our way back down to our mat. So coming back down to your mat, coming back to tabletop position. There are so many balances that you can do as well. So make sure that you do that. Report back to me if you have any questions or if you notice that your balance is getting better. It has helped me so much. Just 1 to 2 minutes a day on focusing on your balance can really, really make a difference in your coordination, in how you're walking, how you're moving about every day. So that's my speech today. Balance is everything. We're gonna come into tabletop position. And we're gonna move through our hip flexors and our hip openers here. So of course, find what works for you. 3 different options. First option is to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand for a lizard lunge. So you can open up this foot even more if you want to walk it toward the outside of your mat. That will give you a little bit more opening here. Find what works for you. If you're able to come down to the elbows, awesome. I know Michelle's super flexible, but find what works for you, right? If this is where you need to be, then that's fine. Second option, coming into our pigeon. So we bring our knee in between the hands. You can walk this foot around a little bit. Everyone's hips open differently, so find what works for you. Hips are square. come on down if you want, or you can stay lifted. Back foot is right behind the hip. Option 3, coming onto your back. Take the right foot across the left for figure 4. You can take the hands underneath your thigh, draw them in, your choice. Any of those poses are going to give you an awesome hip opener. Find what works for you and breathe. Remember, we're not here to cause pain or force ourselves into doing anything. We're just here to find a little bit of peace in our poses. So when you find your edge, take a nice deep breath and release. The thing about stretching and flexibility is breath has to be a part of it, right? So if you are stretching and you're not breathing into your muscles, you're actually harming your muscles. So see if you can really create that breath, and you'll notice that your muscles start to release on their own naturally while you're breathing. Nice deep breaths here. I know, Malika, you've been working on your flexibility, so I hope that you're breathing and just finding a place that feels good for you. No need to overdo it. A lot of times we overdo it and end up injuring ourselves. So the more you breathe into it, the more it's going to help. Nice. We're going to transition onto the other side, so maybe coming back through tabletop, or you can come back into whatever transition works for you. And we'll move on to the other side. So just because you did one pose on the right does not mean you have to do the same thing on the left. If you want to try something else, if you know you're more open or more, need a little more extra time on one side, feel free to do that. If you're taking lizard lunge on the left, you're stepping your left foot to the outside of the left hand. If you're taking pigeon on the left, you're bringing your left knee in between your hands and you're working your way down. And if you're doing figure 4, you're coming onto your back and you're bringing the left leg across the right. So find what works for you. And when you do, remember to breathe. Yes, Malika, I know you so well, I forget to breathe. Yes, that's why I remind you. I remember trying to get my splits so badly when I was, a dancer and things like that. And I would hold it, and I'd be so tense like this, and I'd be not breathing at all. And I never went down any further. When you realize that you need to breathe, relax into it, you'll start to naturally release, and that's the best way to do it. So, no tension, relaxation, stretching every day. You got it. We'll take about 4 more breaths. Also the consistency, so if you are trying to be more flexible in any manner, making sure you're taking a few minutes and doing that every single day, then your body will really be appreciative of its new muscle memory, and it will start to release. And you'll see results a lot faster. And it's just good for the body, yeah? Stretching every day. Stretching and balance, all in the new year, yeah? Very good. Take a deep breath. We're going to come back into our tabletop position or find a transition that works for you. Take a moment to shake it out. We're going to come onto our backs. So transitioning onto your back. If you need a little extra time to get there, feel free to take it. I'm going to grab my blanket again. So once you do come down onto your back, let your knees go up to the sky, bring your heels in toward your sits bones, and let your hands come down by your hips, palms facing down. And before we move on into bridge, take a moment here to really release into the earth. So a lot of times we naturally kind of bring our shoulders forward off of the ground. See if you can lean into the earth and let your shoulders really release into the ground. So see the difference between this and this. Yeah. So really let it go. Very nice. Knees up to the sky. When you're ready, place your hands into the earth, push down into the earth, and then push your hips up for bridge pose. So in your bridge, if you just want to go just a little bit, that's fine. Maybe just find yourself a little bit off of the ground at first. Or if you want to push your hips all the way up, feel free to do that. Just find comfort here. Release these shoulders and breathe. Very nice. Bridge is actually considered an inversion because your heart is lower than the rest of your body. Nice deep breaths here. We'll take one more and then start to lower all the way down. Good. Let it go. We're going to take one more bridge pose or any variation of this that you wish. If you want to squeeze the hands at the lower back, or if you want to push to the balls of your feet, or maybe one leg off at a time, any of those are good. Just find what works for you. And breathe. Nice deep breaths here. We'll take one more breath at the top and then exhale, lower down all the way. Beautiful. We're going to squeeze our knees in toward our chest. Maybe rocking side to side for a moment here, releasing the lower back. Beautiful. We're going to enter into our last bit here. So our supine twist. I like to end with a twist because it's really good for clearing out the body, kind of bringing yourself out after your practice. So two options for a twist. Option to keep the right knee in, send the left leg down to the bottom of your mat. Or option to keep that left leg bent. So the difference is extending the bottom leg or bending it, your choice. And then we're going to take our right knee across our center line. So right knee is going to go across the center line to the left. So you're crossing it across your body for your twist. Remember, bottom leg or left leg can either be extended or bent, your choice. And then as you find your twist, adjust your hips if you need to. And then again, relax your shoulders into the earth. So if you find that your right shoulder is coming off, see if you can try to release it. Maybe you look in and over that right shoulder. Nice deep breaths here. Find the twist that works for you. No need to go any further than what feels good. We'll take two more breaths here. And then unraveling nice and gentle. You can squeeze both knees into the chest again. Give yourself a hug. We'll move on to the other side. Left supine twist. Option to squeeze the left knee into your body. Maybe you bring that right foot down to the ground and keep it bent, or you extend it, your choice. And then we're going to take the left knee across the center line to the right side. So left knee crosses across the body to the right. Adjust your hips. And then let your shoulders relax into the earth. Breathe. Maybe you look over that left shoulder. Nice deep breaths here as you bring yourself out. As you let go of any last bit of tension. And breathe. We'll take a few more breaths here. And we'll start to unravel, coming back in to a nice flat back against the earth. Knees can come into the chest. I encourage you to take any last bit of movement that your body's asking you to take. So maybe it's just stretching the legs. Maybe you want to take any last bit of poses that your body feels good in. Allowing yourself to rock and roll around on your mat for a moment. Just doing what feels good. Taking these last bits of movement. When you're ready, we'll squeeze our knees into our chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Chin comes toward the chest. Take a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, we'll move into our Shavasana, our final resting pose. So allow the legs to come down to the bottom of your mat. Allow your arms to come out by your side. Allow yourself to lie nice and flat on your back. Back onto the earth. Chest up to the sky. And we take our final resting pose as a way to reap the benefits of our practice. So a moment of rest, a moment of gratitude, a moment to feel all the feels as you lie nice and flat onto the earth. If there's anything else you're holding on to, mind, body, or spirit, take a nice deep breath, and on the exhale, let it all go. Shavasana. Relax. Relax. Start to come back into your body, wiggling your toes and your fingertips. Allow your breath to deepen. Take a nice big stretch overhead, starting to transition onto your favorite side. Give yourself a big hug. Spreading gratitude from within. Thanking yourself for being here today, for showing up, for dedicating time to your wellness. We'll gently start to come up to a seated position so we can close our practice out together. On the inhale, rise the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale to come into heart center. Nice big inhales as you rise up. Exhale into heart center. Once more. Nice big inhale. Coming back into heart center. Allow love and gratitude to carry you wherever you go. Draw the thumbs to the third eye, continuing to progress each and every day. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. I want to thank you all so very much for joining me today for Sunday Donation Yoga. Happy New Year. This is our first one of the year. I hope that you will continue joining us on Sundays. We do not have class next Sunday because it's the Martin Luther King holiday, but we'll see you the following Sunday and those after, so just continue to check the schedule. Again, today's class, all of the donations will be going to the Foundation for Delaware County. You can always add to our donations at twoheartsdanceandyoga@gmail.com for PayPal, or you can check out their website, Delco Foundation, and the information's in our chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Happy New Year. Stay well. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great
Yeah,
day.
can you shut off the recording?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
I want to talk to you.
Sure.